It had to happen sooner or later. Here are 5 reasons that I love mimics. Reason number 1 is the fun factor. You can make them anything. Is it a chest? No, it's a mimic. Is it a book? Also a mimic. Is it a wardrobe? That's a mimic. Is that a treasure hoard? Yes, but in the second treasure room, that one's a mimic. The Monster Manual has a list of ideas. You can use any of these as a mimic. This is not the end-all be-all list, though. Anything can be a mimic. You're probably used to the examples that I gave. You've seen those before. My favorite use of the mimic that I've ever done was when I had a spelljamming ship, but just the hull was a mimic. The rest of the ship was a normal ship, and it actually had a human crew. The mimic kept the crew alive so that they could put out distress calls, so that other crews would come and the mimic would eat the other crews and leave its crew alive, and that crew was kind of like a cult. They ended up worshipping the mimic. Reason number 2 is evil mimics. They have a lot of names. I like the name evil mimic. It's not the mimic that is evil, it is the DM who's using them in an evil way. They are things like potions, weapons, doors, things that players are more likely to interact with. Number 3 gets even weirder. These are third-party iterations of what a mimic can be. It really pushes the boundaries. 2 of my favorites are the mimics from Delicious in Dungeon. They are more crab-like and less pseudopod-like. It's a very fresh take on what a mimic can be. The other fresh mimic idea that I've seen relatively recently is in the Battlezoo Bestiary by Roll for Combat. They have a thing called the Butcher Booth, and it is a mimic that is a small building. You walk inside, and that's it. You're gone. Bye. Reason number 4 that I love mimics is their use in some introductory adventures. One of them being Dragon of Icefire Peak. There's a mimic in there somewhere. That encounter was something to remember. Very early on in Candlekeep Mysteries, you can find a different mimic. This one led to some very paranoid players. I think it's funny that you can always tell which players in any party have had a bad run-in with a mimic, because they're always suspicious of one. Even if you've not mentioned a mimic at all, they'll always want to check. Which is good. They should always want to check. Reason number 5 that I love mimics is that they are sticky boys. If you try to attack them with a weapon, your weapon will get stuck, and you kind of by extension will have the grapple condition. I think this can lead to interesting combat encounters where you have to use other tactics than just brute force like you would with a goblin or an ogre or a skeleton. Range attacks are generally a better idea most of the time. Mimics are a great teaching tool for keeping players on their toes. Those are 5 reasons that I love mimics. Do you love mimics? Do you hate mimics? Do you have a good mimic story? If you do, please drop it in the comments. If you think these shorts are interesting, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.